Hi there, I'm Mike. On today, probably the last day of December by the time this gets up, I finally have November's Loot Crate. Here it is! Yay! If you've already watched my December Loot Crate, you know that was pretty much a dumpster fire and I hadn't had my November Loot Crate shipped to me yet. It came the day after I got that video up. I've had it sitting in my room for about a week. I just haven't had time with the Christmas holidays going around to sit down and record it. But I'm curious, could this possibly be any worse than December's? Is it better? Is there a staunch decline? Is it the same? I don't know. Let's find out. I don't know why this is so late either. They wouldn't return any of my emails. I heard a lot of rumors about a break-in in their warehouse or shipping delays for their items or whatever, but that's one thing, and I get all that. Like, if all that's true, I get it, but you gotta tell people. I would be 100% more understanding if you told me what the problem was. There was no communication other than like, hey, we're getting it to you, sorry, whatever. Also, before I move on, I want to show off the shirt. This is December's Lootwear shirt. It's their Explorer theme. It's Rick and Morty. It's actually not a bad shirt. It's also an extra large. It fits pretty fine, except for right here. It feels like the stitching is weird. Like it's tight in weird places. It's fine here, but restrictive. I'll be restrictive right here. And I don't think my guns are that big. They're not that big. But the material is actually fine. It's way better than the shirt that I got from the actual box. Let's go ahead and let's see what's in November's. What would have come had I got this in November? Starting off with the pin, this is Unite 2.0. It's maybe some kind of vague superhero Justice League type, but not really Justice League pin. I'm not entirely sure. I do know, because I read in the book, that the download this month is actually the first chapter of the Batman game from Telltale Games, and a discount if you want the other chapters, which is actually that's pretty cool. I don't own that. I guess if you already own it, that would kind of suck. Maybe you could give it to somebody as a gift. But I don't really care about the pin. I just don't. I don't know. I don't really care. Getting through just junk in here. There's a $10 Verve Premium card. I think it works for Crunchyroll too. Next is a 10% discount on Loot Crate. However, it only works on new subscriptions and it expires tomorrow. I got this a week before it expires. You know, whatever, Loot Crate couldn't be bothered to send me the box on time. So if I did want to use that for somebody, I'd have exactly one day to figure out who to use it for and why. Let's jump in the magazine. Now, the magazine was conspicuously absent in December. It's still here. I have to wonder if something just weird happened in December and they just threw together what they could, because it literally felt like just leftover stuff they had around and they just threw it in a box and sent it out. This is Unite 2.0 magazine. In here, it shows what you got. And I know a lot of people don't care about the magazine. I do. I like knowing, first of all, what I get, because I don't know everything. I'm not some huge geek guy that knows everything about everything all the time, although I like to think that I am. So it's nice having this as a backup to like see what it is, but it's also nice seeing just whatever else they decide to put in here. There's nothing in here to really talk about. What I do want to point out though is the Mega Crate. I always like to show out this off, like you could get this, but what's weird about it is it says February's winner up here. Do they know what month this is? Why are you showing us February's Loot Crate winner in November, but in December? February is either 2 months away when you would have sent this out, or 9 months before, or 10 months before. February's a weird month to show us the Mega Crate winner for. That's all I'm saying. And there you go. You see it says "We love you" on the back. I'm not feeling it, but they apparently do because they print it. First and foremost, let's look at the shirt. Get loosened up. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Well, first things first. This shirt feels really nice. It's not too tight. It's a good color, and it's Voltron, which I love. This is like a gigantic step up from the December shirt. This is really nice. I like this. Here's the downside to this. This is clearly a Christmas sweater themed shirt, which would have been really fun to get in November. Being December 31st, I can't wait to wear this shirt next year, I guess. Hooray! I don't know, it's fine. It's Voltron. I do love Voltron, and it's the new Voltron on Netflix, which again, I actually like a lot. So the content of the shirt is good, the feel of the shirt is good, the material that was made is good, the size is actually pretty good. It's a Christmas sweater themed shirt that I got in the end of December, which, you know, there's only so much I can really say about that. Let's just move on with our lives. Next is this Overwatch Pop vinyl figures. I just don't collect these. I don't have room in my collection for them. I don't have a desire to have any of these in my house. Nothing about this are aesthetically pleasing to me, even on properties that I like. Overwatch isn't necessarily one of them. I don't dislike Overwatch. I've just never really played it, so I'm not into it. This is a Widowmaker. I'm pretty sure she's like the sniper of the group. It's nice getting something like this, I guess. Even though it's something I don't necessarily like, it does have intrinsic value to it, and it's something that people really like. So it probably has a pretty good resale value as well. Moving on, we have this Justice League of America reprint comic. I believe that this is the very first team-up issue of the Justice League, fighting the Starfish guy, I can't remember his name. That was like their first major main villain. They all banded together and fought. Probably good they didn't retread that in the movies, but what do I know? I actually haven't read this. Definitely looks, Silver Age, I guess. On the back, it's got a little certificate of authenticity to it, but what is authentic about this? That it's an authentic reprint? Do you really need a certificate of authenticity on a reprint like this? Like, no one's gonna pass this off as an original. I guess it is exclusive to Loot Crate, or so it says on the certificate back here. I'm sure there's someone out here that would like go gaga over this. And lastly, we have a Power Rangers. I think this is a blind box kind of thing. So let's see which one I got. It's the Yellow Ranger. I would have preferred the Red Ranger or Green Ranger if it was a thing. My fiance loves the Pink Ranger. So basically we got one of a few Rangers that none of us would care about. Nothing wrong with Trini or what is it, Aisha, I think, if you went into this second. I'm pretty sure it was Aisha. It's good, it's fine. She's in a little karate pose. She has chibi aesthetics here, where the short squat body and overly sized head. It's fine. It's fine. It's not bad. But that brings us to the next part of the box, which is finally, and another reason why I think something weird just happened with December Loot Crate is the box didn't do anything, which is just super weird. But maybe that just is a sign that Loot Crate is dying, and if that happens, it's sad. I loved Loot Crate. Loot Crate was like the first breakout version of this whole thing. And I've been doing Loot Crate since 2014. I like Loot Crate. I really hope they don't go anywhere like Nerd Block. I didn't realize they had died until I realized I had stopped getting Shirt Punch emails. And now they got rebought out. I actually did an unboxing for the people that tried to come back from Nerd Block. Spoiler, it's not good, but there's a link to it on my channel if you want to watch that. This is just one of those easy flip inside out doohickeys that doesn't take long to do. Alright. So here we just have the command center for Power Rangers Zordon. It's not much. I mean, let's be honest, this is not much, but it's something. It's something more than nothing. Can you be try-hardy and lackluster at the same time? To figure out which one this feels like. But in the meantime, let's see how this stacks up. So, let's break this down while I sip on a nice drink. If you're unfamiliar with my point scoring system, there are 4 items in this box. I rate them either a point or somewhere less than that based on my arbitrary feelings towards it and my initial opinion of it. To bring it up to a nice 5, which is a good number to go for, I also rate the theme and how well all of these tied in with the theme, plus all the extra odds and ends you get with the box as part of that theme. Did they go above and beyond? Did the theme fit well? You know, all that boring stuff. Let's start with the shirt here. The shirt is actually a good shirt. It fits well, it's Voltron, I like it a lot. The problem with the shirt is even if this did not come a month late and be a little more time appropriate, it's still a shirt that only makes sense a few months out of the year. I mean, you can still kind of get away. Maybe you could say it's an 8-bit shirt or something like that, but it's not. It's clearly a Christmas sweater shirt. It's a Christmas sweater shirt that came after Christmas and is a shirt you can only wear a month and a half or so out of the year anyway, so that's what this is gonna get. 0.75. Next is the Pop vinyl. I know there are a lot of people out there that would give this a full point because they love Pop, because they love Overwatch. That's not me. None of those things are me. But I recognize that it is a Pop vinyl and there is some worth there. It just doesn't necessarily tickle my fancy. I'm gonna give it a half a point because that's just how I feel about it. Thirdly, the comic book. The comic book is fine. I don't know what to do with these. Do I open them? Does it have any value to it? Do I try to sell it? It's a reprint. Does anybody really care about reprints? I'm gonna give it a half a point just because it's got history to it. Like, I get that, but I just don't know what to do with it. I will say that I'm probably gonna sell it, but in reality, it'll sit in a box in my closet until I forget about it or I move out or my house burns down. The Power Rangers, also fine. I'm gonna give it a half a point because it's a little vinyl figure. It's chibi, that's fine. It's just not a Ranger I care about. If it were a Ranger I cared about, it might have gotten more, but if you hand me a Yellow Ranger figure and say, hey, this is yours, I'll go, oh, thanks, I guess. And so that feels like a 0.5 feeling to me, which is what this is getting. Lastly, the theme, Unite 2.0, which is basically just meaning they've done Unite before, and they're like, well, we can do another Unite, and some other guy was like, brilliant! Unite 2.0! There's a lot of things you can do for Unite. It's a very broad theme. There's Power Rangers, which is a team. There's Overwatch, which is a team-based game. Justice League, which is a comic book team. Voltron, which is a robot team. Those all fit the theme nicely. I can't really think of anything else that is like glaringly omitted, but it might come to me later. The little things you get in here, the $10 credit, the Batman game, those are nice things. So I'm actually going to give it the full point for the theme, which is something I rarely do. But I feel like this one kind of deserves it a little bit. So if I math this out, this box gets a 3.25, which is average, a little bit maybe slightly above on the good side of average, but average nonetheless. It's not an awful box. It's not the dumpster fire that we got for December a month from now, but last month. Timeline wise, I'm not entirely sure how this works out. Am I talking about this from the future or the past? It's a stark contrast from December, which is the last box I opened, but the next box that came out after this. I'm having too much of this. I wish that November's box was half this good. Actually, it literally is half this good. I wish that December's box was this good, or a little bit better than this good. Loot Crate has always had its ups and downs, but lately it's been more down than up and steadily getting downer and downer. So it's not the best box, but it's not the worst box of the year. They ended the year strong on the worst box possible. So that's an achievement. I hope that 2018 is good for you, and I hope it's better for Loot Crate. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, more importantly, because that's the holiday that's actually happening right now. I got it out before New Year's. Hooray! Like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down there in the comments. If you want to leave a comment, let me know how I did, if I was too harsh, not harsh enough, you know, the normal stuff. And I'll see you later. Bye.